Judge at ringside, CJ Ross scores the bout 114 to 114, even a draw. Overruled by judges Dave Moretti.
Floyd Mayweather didn't hold back when reacting to Gervonta Tank Davis's latest controversy. If you thought the drama from his fight with Lamont Roach was over, think again. Tank has now found himself in legal trouble. Following his controversial draw against Roach, the Boxing Commission launched an investigation. But this wasn't just a routine review. This time, the situation has escalated, landing Tank in court. Yes, you heard that right. His latest issues extend beyond the ring, adding yet another layer to the ongoing drama surrounding his career.
Turn around. Turn around. Put your hands behind your back. Hey, the little one inside.
You don't gotta ask her.
Well, we need to make sure she's with somebody.
Okay, she's with somebody.
Okay, listen, I get you that you're upset, but we can't just say, what's your first name? What's your first name? We can't just say that she's just with somebody. We have a duty to make sure that she's with the right people, okay? So, where's the mother of that child? What's his first name?
Gervonta. Listen real quick. It's either that.
Things didn't go the way Tank Davis expected, and his frustration boiled over in court. Meanwhile, Floyd Mayweather wasted no time taking shots at him. Tank's recent controversy with referee Steve Willis is hitting him hard, and some believe this could mark the beginning of his downfall. If you watched the Gervonta Davis versus Lamont Roach fight, you know it didn't play out as expected. Most boxing experts, fans, and fighters believed Tank would dominate Roach with ease. Some even saw it as just a tune-up fight before his next big challenge. But the outcome shocked everyone, and now, the drama surrounding it continues to unfold.
No, I think Lamont Roach is a terrific fighter. He might be a little over his head with Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis is, I mean, to say the least, he's a beast. He really is. He's a tremendous fighter. He's a dedicated fighter when it comes to training and fighting and making sure that he's in optimal conditions when he steps inside that squared circle. It's going to be a tough night for Roach, but you can never count him out. You know, watching him fight up close and personal, he's sneaky good, which means he can catch you at any time. He can land combinations, sometimes at will, without you even knowing it. You know, he's that sneaky. So, yeah, it's going to be very interesting. But, you know, obviously, Gervonta Davis has the experience. He has the knowledge. He has that mean streak in him that will take you out with any punch.
I don't know Lamont Roach, but, you know, when you're looking at Shakur Stevenson, when you're looking at, you know, these other fighters that he should really be fighting, you know, he don't want to do them fights. He wants to retire.
Yeah.
So don't come and, but don't come and come at me and go, oh yeah, let's give it all, you know, very big bollocks and go, oh yeah, let's give him some stick and then make out like we want the fight. And then we send an offer over and then you fight for 15 million and yet you fight Lamont Roach. Don't do all that. Do you know what I mean?
It was a real offer. That was true then.
It was a real offer. We offered, I said, listen, you keep talking my promoter's going to get back to you in 48 hours. 50 minutes. Initial offer sent over. You know, but was it Unquell didn't let him out to play? His boss didn't let him out. That's it. So he wants to talk about, 50 million. First offer. First offer.
There was room to negotiate.
Of course there was. But he's an idiot. I don't even know if he knows what negotiating means.
But when the bell rang, Lamont Roach proved everyone wrong and took control of the fight.
Why was it so easy when he fought Frank Martin?
Frank Martin was inexperienced and nervous. You know, it is what it is. It's going to be a different fight when I'm in there. He's going to be a different fighter when he's fighting me.
What's your game plan?
Whoop his ass. I'm always looking for a knockout. No matter what, I'm always prepared for 12 rounds. But I'm always looking for a knockout, and if I get the chance, I'm going to try to knock his head off.
Roach came in sharp, technical, and fearless. From the opening round, he made it clear he wasn't there to back down. He was landing crisp counter hooks, catching Tank off guard, and dictating the fight's tempo. As the rounds went on, it became obvious Tank was struggling. Roach controlled the pace, slipped punches, and landed clean jabs, outboxing the fighter many consider the best lightweight in the world. But when the final bell rang, somehow, Tank escaped with a draw.
Even without the knee, that should have been a knockdown. I thought I should have won a competitive fight. I think I did what I needed to do necessary to make the rounds. I'm just a little frustrated with the scorecards. I thought I should have won.
And that's where the controversy really starts. Floyd Mayweather has been breaking down the fight piece by piece, and he's not holding back. According to him, referee Steve Willis looked intimidated. He knew he was officiating one of the biggest names in boxing, and it showed. Mayweather believes Willis hesitated to make tough calls against Tank, even though it was clear that Roach was the better fighter that night and should have gotten the win. And Floyd isn't the only one saying this. Oscar de la Hoya backed him up just minutes after the fight ended.
This is my opinion. Sure. It was a great fight. It was a close fight. Depending on what they do with that decision of taking the knee, depending if the commission reverses the decision, or I think the draw was meant to be. So I like the draw. No, if you take the knee, man, if you take the knee in the 90s or in 2000, you're taking a point out. That's the bottom line. You're taking a point out. I don't know what happened with the referee. Maybe he was a little starstruck. Maybe he was a little, because he loves Tank. He loves New York. He loves the big lights. The referee with the eyes, he's like, a point should be deducted if you take a knee. It's a fact. It's in the rule book, right? The fact that they didn't take it away, then that's where the controversy is, right? It's not, did Gervonta get hit? Was he dazed? Who knows? Only he knows. But what I saw, when you take a knee, that's an automatic point. That's just the rule. This is not basketball. This is not, this is not basketball where, wait, hold on, my ankle hurts. Hold on, let me take a timeout. You don't take timeouts in boxing. It just doesn't happen. Whether he had something in his eye or not, you have to fight. There's 3 minutes to fight. So if you take a knee, if you go to your corner, the rules are the rules. And I don't know what New York is gonna settle on, but the rules are the rules.
These guys have a point. Refs have been influenced by big-name fighters before, but this was on another level. There were clear moments where Roach should have gotten the edge, but somehow, everything seemed to go in Tank's favor. The knockdown call, questionable. The clinches, Steve Willis broke them up way too fast. And the way Tank kept getting let off the hook, blatant. Now, Floyd isn't saying Tank is washed, but he is saying he got bailed out. And coming from the guy who literally built Tank's career, that's a major statement. If even Floyd is saying Tank didn't deserve that draw, how is he going to explain this one? And on top of all that, Tank has been in and out of court like it's a second home. The pressure is piling up, and this bribery case isn't helping. Let's be real, there's no easy way out of this. The evidence is stacking up, the rumors are getting louder, and if this case goes through, Gervonta Davis could be finished.
No way you could say Tank won. There's no way.
Do you think that he's diminished in some way, or do you think that just mentally he just wasn't there for the fight?
Well, a little bit of both. His age is catching up to him. The legs aren't there as he used to be. And, he switched his trainer, that's could be another factor.
With Barry Hunter being the head trainer and Coach Calvin being outside.
Yeah, but he snapped at Calvin too. So that's, there was something going on. I really don't know, and I couldn't really speculate on that because I don't know. But I know that something was bothering Tank because Tank is a good fighter, and he's out to hurt you, but hey, Roach stood in there, stood his ground, and he did a great job.
And while all this legal drama is tarnishing his reputation, let's not forget the controversy he sparked inside the ring. Yeah, let's talk about the 9th round, because this is the moment that had everyone calling it a robbery. Tank had been getting tagged all night, but by round 9, he was in serious trouble. Roach was pushing forward, landing clean shots, and then Tank straight up took a knee.
That right, but Davis took off some of the
forgot his. It's gotta be a knock. What in the world is happening?
Took a knee, he's gotta count.
I understand. You take a knee like that, that looks like a knockdown. All right?
If you know boxing, you know that's a clear knockdown. But guess what? Referee Steve Willis just waved it off like it was nothing. No count, no warning. He let it slide like it never even happened.
The rules is he didn't get hit with a punch. He didn't turn his back like he wanted to quit. It's just like when you get a thumb in the eye, it's a foul.
He did turn his eye. He did turn his back.
Yeah, but he didn't turn his back like he was going to quit, like you've seen some guys turning. He obviously mentioned that he had something in his eye, and it wasn't from a punch. It was time in between the shots. I think that by the time he wanted that, or he took a knee. But I think in the rules it states that you're allowed to do that. If you go back and you read some of the rules, I know a lot of people are complaining about it, but I think it was upheld in New York that it was okay for him to do that. I think part of the rules state that it was okay. As a coach on the other side, I would have.
Yeah. Of course, right? Of course.
I would have thrown a fit, man.
And this is exactly why Floyd is speaking out. He believes Steve Willis was too intimidated by Tank's name to make the right call. And honestly, it's hard to argue. Tank is one of the biggest stars in boxing, but that shouldn't mean special treatment. If Lamont Roach had taken a knee like that, Willis would have been counting to 10 before Roach even hit the canvas. But it wasn't just the referee's decisions raising eyebrows. The judge's scoring was just as questionable. If the 9th round knee wasn't enough, the punch stats tell another story. According to CompuBox, Roach threw 400 punches and landed 112, while Davis was more selective, throwing 279 and landing 103. This means Roach not only threw more, but also landed more punches overall. In the final round alone, Roach outlanded Davis 16-9. Despite these numbers, the fight ended in a majority draw. One judge gave it to Davis 115-113, while the other two scored it 114-114.
Joe Rogan predicts a controversial Gervonta Davis versus Lamont Roach fight. Joe Rogan is interested in a rematch between Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach. The fight ended in a draw. Watching the replay of the outstanding title fight last night between Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach, I had never seen Lamont fight before, and I'm a big fan now. The fight was a draw, but it was an amazing contest, and I really hope they run it back.
The shocking part? The New York State Athletic Commission actually admitted they messed up during the Gervonta Davis versus Lamont Roach fight. That's right. They acknowledged that mistakes were made in one of the most controversial fights of the year. Remember when Tank clearly took a knee? It was plain as day, but referee Steve Willis just stood there like nothing happened. That should have been ruled a knockdown. And now, NYSAC has confirmed that Willis should have made the call.
No, well, honestly, I haven't watched the fight. We had a show that night. I haven't watched the full fight. One thing that's kind of baffling is that it wasn't a knockdown. I mean, look, he wasn't hurt. There's no doubt about that. But if you take a knee in the fight and you touch down, whilst punches are being thrown, it has to be a knockdown. I've heard some people saying, oh, that, you know, he should be disqualified. He went back to the corner. I don't buy that, to be honest with you. I mean, I think that's a warning. But it's a bit of a bizarre situation. For me, like, there was a lot of people in boxing that were saying that this is a really tough fight. Like, Lamont Roach is a serious fighter. I said it might not be the biggest profile fight, but it's actually quite a tough fight. And Shakur said to me, like, even the day before, I'm telling you, he's going to have big trouble tomorrow night. And I just feel like hopefully this could be the little something that gives Gervonta a little wake-up call to take him back to the mindset of maybe where he was.
But it gets even worse. The commission actually claimed they couldn't use instant replay due to technical issues. Seriously? This is the Barclays Center, not some underground fight club. How do you not have a working replay system for a fight of this magnitude? The crazy part? The whole world saw the replay within seconds. Fans were posting it all over social media. And yet, somehow, the commission couldn't access it. That's a wild excuse. If they had reviewed the footage, they would have clearly seen the knockdown, and Roach would have likely walked away with the win. Now, Gervonta Davis is in serious trouble, not just because of his legal issues, but because his boxing license is reportedly in jeopardy. Yeah, you heard that right. With all the bribery allegations surrounding him, the NYSAC is looking into whether his license should be suspended. If that happens, no fights, no big paydays. And for Tank, that could mean the end of the road.
It was a good night for the sport.
didn't get what the decision I want, but we didn't get a loss either. So I felt like I won it, you know, the last couple rounds. So it's cool. Lamont is a great fighter. Hopefully I can get that rematch because I know what I can do in a fight. But it's cool.
Tank, how much does it hurt to have the draw on your record now? And do you think it's going to stand as some sort of like renewed motivation for you, like the guys were saying, you know, as you proceed through these next couple fights?
Yeah, it just put, you know, food to the fire and things like that, fuel to the fire. But it's cool. It's cool. The draw is okay. It's all right. You know what I mean? You live and you learn. I definitely could have. That was on me too. That was on me for sure. Because I ain't pick it up when I supposed to pick it up. And I could have definitely did more. Definitely did more.
And you already know Floyd Mayweather is loving every second of this. He's been waiting for a moment like this to completely clown Tank. Ever since Gervonta split from Mayweather Promotions, the tension between them has been real, and Floyd hasn't let it go. Now, with all this controversy surrounding Tank, Floyd finally has the perfect opportunity to throw shade, and he's not holding back.
I gotta do that. A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like
he was going at me. He was going at me, and I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. It's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause I feel like y'all got, I don't say love hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, you know, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you?
No, Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point where as though I passed him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Wait, like when Floyd was 29, you'll see, bro. Yeah. That deal that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, that's a part of the deal.
He don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing it.
Exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal?
Yeah.
Tank, don't cap, nigga. That's a lot of bread.
Floyd has been calling this for years, saying Tank lacks discipline, makes reckless choices, and is ruining his own career. And now, it's all coming full circle. Floyd isn't holding back. He's basically saying, "I told you so," and calling out the boxing world for protecting Tank. And let's be honest, this isn't just Floyd being petty. He's making some solid points. If Tank really did try to bribe his way out of trouble, there's no bouncing back from that. Not in boxing, and definitely not in the public eye.
Do you think Floyd did that intentionally? Why, after so much time? He helped you come into the game, he gave you the spotlight. Like, why would he try to diminish your career?
Because at that time, I don't want to go too deep into it. It was somehow that they were saying that I was messing with the daughter, and then she kept Snapchat. Okay. Kept hitting me with Snapchat. So he said it to the boy.
Okay.
So what's next? Will the NYSAC actually strip Tank of his license? Could he be banned from boxing altogether? Or will he find a way to fight through the controversy and make a comeback? Guess we'll have to wait and see. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe with notifications on so you never miss a breakdown like this. See you in the next one.